it is very painful when you see young people who should be thinking of their future, people who should be thinking of the future of their children, still allowing to be used by politicians, to be used by people of influence to push their personal agenda and not the agenda of these young people. It is very sad that we still have people, young people, who are still allowing to be used. Do these people really sit down and think of their future? Because whoever is using you is only using you for his own interest. Have you ever sat down and think about your future, the future of your children? The kind of life you are going to live 20 years from now? There have been some screenshots circulating and rumors, not even there are rumors, allegations circulating on X and all other platforms, showing very well that how youths are being mobilized to join the demonstration, to burn cars, so that they can create a narrative. And these are done by very influential people, politicians for that matter. It is sad when you go to the ballot and these are the kind of leaders that we elect. How do we expect this country to change, surely? How? Anyway, before I get into all these details, I want you to take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime you post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I'll be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the return subscribers, I really appreciate you. We are almost clocking 4,000 and subscribers, and I know you will still continue to subscribe and to hit the notification bell. Now back to my video. My point is this: why should some young people allowed to be used? Mbona mnatumika? Why are you being allowed to be used for small money? We can clearly see videos of people being mobilized to go and cause chaos in town. The videos are there. The evidence are there. We are paying young people small money to go and cause chaos, to go and even destroy government and even destroy property in town in the name of a certain politician so that he can send a statement. I think it is upon we, the young people, to really sit down and ask ourselves, what kind of future do we want for ourselves? Do we want to continue on this line? Because if we continue on this line, we will not have a country. Ask yourself, in your youth, now you are youthful, you have a lot of energy. What are you doing with that energy? And what you are doing right now, will it be something that you are going to depend on in future? Because you will not be young forever. That is the reality. Sit down and question that yourself. Jiulize hizo maswali. You will not be a Gen Z forever. In the next 5, 6 or 7 years, you will not be a Gen Z. You will not be young the way you think you are. I see people defending this government. People coming up with narrative. Young people, which is very sad. Young people. I just wanted to show you a video of a few people, and then I will come back and then I will wrap this up. So watch these videos.
Maandamano ukiweza kende kubali kwa hii finance bill ambayo tumepata. Utakubali? Hatakubali. Tunawaambia Bonfas Mwangi na Anifa kujipanga na hiyo pesa ya wazungu tunakorana kesho hapa. Hapa. Tayari. Tunataka kudefend body kesho.
In general context, I do not feel pity so much about Boniface Mwangi. Because huyu ni msee mwenye ametake over time, ana take advantage of this activism space. Watu wanakufa, watu wanafanya nini, yeye anajenga pesa.
Watu wanakufa? Activism space.
Wasi wangapi
niambie tu msee mmoja amekufa kwa protest za Boni.
Wasi ile hata ile time ya jenzi vijana watu wako kufa.
walikufa juu ya Boni.
Kwani Boni akumobilize watu ile hiyo time alikuwa walikuwa kwani hizi vitu zinafanyikanga bure, watu wanavaa shati moja zenye zinafanyana zote.
So unataka kublame deaths za Gen Z?
No, but you see
unataka kublame deaths za Gen Z on Boni.
No, I'm
not on
Boni.
Samoei Ruto who actually asked the police to go na wapasue watu vichwa na risasi.
Kuna maandamano kadhaa zenye Boni amekuwa ambao watu wamekufa. Ni
No,
ukweli.
the only maandamano Boni amekuwa iliwasome
Ama
Dedi.
sikiza,
Sikiza. Wacha nimalize. The only maandamano Boni amekuwa was waka Dedi, the Gen Z protests. And he was not the driving force. Yes. Right now you're just talking like a government mouthpiece.
You see, you know me, hapana bro, unajua mimi, I speak about Boni from a point of somebody who has a lot of information about him.
Hii information yako, nikuuliza, hiza ni ya kuinterrupt. Why hasn't this information been used by even Ruto? Ruto alisiu Boni for defamation. Why did he pull out the case? If he had all this information, Boni still calls Ruto a thief, calls him a murderer, calls him everything. If he has all this information that Boni ametakes us 78 million from what? Why hasn't he used this information? You see, this is anasema stories zenye zinakuwa stories za jaba. Na wakazi na wabamba kusumnakaa pamoja kama wasiwa jaba juice kana wana nice tu hapo. So
you see bro, Boniface Mwangi, if government was to take just the initiative to prosecute him against all these things, government iko na a lot of intelligence reports za kuhusu jama.
Okay.
So you see, Boniface Mwangi
initiative because nampenda.
No, but Boni amepelekwa kwa koti mara mingi.
Na every time wambiaga produce evidence, show how I'm funded, show how
but
I'm what.
But they are ongoing court process.
So guys, as you can see from those videos, these are young people. Some have decided to, like, being used by the government to sanitize the government on this media, and I'm happy how that guy from Ikonini really tackled that guy in terms of how he challenged him and called him out. Because we can't be young people. We are looking for a good future for our country, and we are the same young people who are siding with the government that is oppressing the young people. Simply because a few people here and there have been bought. We are being blinded by small money. Remember, whoever is giving you this money will never want you to be above him. So this money will never help you in any way. These people are just giving you token 1,000, 2,000, 500. I don't think they even go to 2,000, 500. So you are given 500, you go to town and destroy that property. Vile jamaa meona. Look at how that guy was mobilizing people to come to town, and then later the cars are banned, and then they blame the peaceful demonstrators. What are we doing to ourselves with the young people? I want you to ask yourself those questions. What are we doing to ourselves? What are we doing? You know, on this platform, sometimes people say that I get emotional, but I get emotional because I want a better country for us, and I want us to start thinking. Hii mambo ya tunabebewa akili by people who have money and people who have influence, and this is not only from politicians, even just businessmen who have money. They take young people and they take the advantage of them because they know they are vulnerable and they have nothing they are doing. So mnawatumia vibaya. Nyinyi mtatumika vibaya hadi lini? Young people, mtatumika vibaya hadi lini? That is a question you should be asking yourself. Because we have a future after this, after you are being young. After we kukua young, there is a future after that. What kind of future do you want to set? What kind of life do you have to set for yourself? Right now, these demonstrations are happening. The people who call themselves the leaders of the young people, hey, the Morara, Nini, where is Morara right now? Where is Morara not speaking about this thing? And when we say that people like Morara and projects, you people mnakataa, mnasema oh nina nini. Tell me, where is that guy? Where is he right now? Ever since the story of Ojwang came out, where is he right now? Ever since people started demonstrating, where is he right now? You know the good thing with Kasmuel, as much as he's a project of Raila Odinga, but we always see him when things go wrong. He always stands up. You might hate him because he feels like he's working with Raila, but he always stands up. He has even stand up in these demonstrations. He has even come out and called the government and everything. But tell me, where has Morara spoken? Tell me one. And when I tell you that you need to have a very keen eyes to see a government project by far. This guy has been a project all along. He has been a project all along. So young people are being used to sanitize the government, to sanitize some political leaders, to settle some political scores. We don't need to take that direction as young people. We need to think of our future. We are being used to destroy our future. The energy that we should be using in fighting for better changes in this country, for looking for better leaders, we are using that energy to fight ourselves and to fight for politicians who have our interest at heart. If right now you go to those demonstrations and the demonstrators notice that you are being used by a certain politician and they turn against you and they kill you or they do anything wrong to you, who will carry the blame? Because remember, the peaceful demonstrators can also decide to turn the other way. Because you must understand that at the end of the day, Kenyans are tired. So you being used to go and try and fight those people who have peacefully come to demonstrate because it is their right, it is there in the constitution. Just because you've been paid 500, you've been paid 1,000. What is the value of 1,000 in this economy right now? Young people, we really need to sit down and think through our life. We really need to think through our future. And the kind of people we are electing, that is where our problem starts. Because if you have a leader who has been elected by the people and can still sit down in an office and plan for goons to go and cause chaos in town, then that is where the problem is. Why did you elect such a person? We really need to think of the future of our country. Come 2027, we need to really think the kind of leaders that we want. Otherwise, we will not have a country. Because currently we have a country that is run by goons and thugs and whoever. And they are dressed in suits. And they come out and they smile so well and you think like these guys are saints. It is very sad. It is very, very sad. It is very, very sad. Anyway, guys, what do you think about the demonstration? Maybe what my plea is that this thing, as you can see, it is gaining momentum. The demonstration is gaining momentum. And it might turn to be worse than whatever happened last year. So I wish the government, I wish the president, and I said in the previous video, I wish the government, I wish the president can really sit down and really find a way of solving this country. You cannot solve it by selling fear. That one, I think we have crossed that line. Kenyans have crossed that line of now taking fear anymore. So before these things spiral to other counties, because it can move to other counties, before it goes to other counties, the president should sit down and the team and find a way of managing this thing, not through violence, but through maybe finding other ways, so that things can come down. Right now, the bill was the budget was read. Tell me who is discussing even that budget. It was read yesterday. No one even cares about it. No one is even talking about it. Guys are still here. Watu bado wako tu hapa kwa Albert. Justice for Albert. Justice for Albert. And you can see the story in court. The guy who was arrested, Mukwara. I don't want to go into so much details about that case, because I don't have the facts, so I wouldn't love to preempt some of the things what really happened in and in. That is not for me to I always don't like to speak without facts. I always want to be objective and remain on in the opinion that I can give based on what I see. So guys, it's good. It has been a very long week with all the things that have been happening. But what do you think? Can you share your opinion in the comment section? But above it all, I also say, remain respectful. Always remain respectful throughout in your comment section. Do not abuse anyone, because remember, not everyone takes insults kindly. So remain objective. try and fast as fast as possible to remain sober in your argument. Thank you. Until next time. Bye bye.
Africa.